Yo, what up YouTube fam? It's the Cargo Van Man, and we got another video today. A lot of y'all were asking about, because I made mention about FedEx, right? I was doing a FedEx contract last year. So I decided I'm gonna take some time just to briefly share what it's like being a contracted driver with FedEx, right? So, yeah, man, so FedEx was like the first like opportunity I utilized my van with, right? So last summer I got the van, and I was originally going to convert my van into a camper. Like, this business was never really planned, right? And I got the opportunity to get this van. I've been wanting a van for years, right? So I jumped on it, even though honestly nothing really made sense at the time, right? Like, financially I was not in a place to afford that, plus my other car, plus other bills. Like, it was kind of wild, right? But I'm the type of person where, like, I trust myself, I trust my intuition, and when an opportunity comes my way that feels good, I'll make it happen, because I know at the end of the day God's got me and everything's gonna work out, right? So that's kind of just like the way I go about things. So I had this van, right, for like a month, right? My payment's about to be coming up, and I knew I wasn't going to be converting the van right away. I didn't have the money for it, but again, I just trusted everything was going to happen in whatever way it was supposed to. So fast forward, like I said, a month or so after I get the van, I start looking for opportunities. I go, you know what, I can make some money with this van. I don't know what I can make or how it's gonna work, but like, let's start looking. So I hopped on Craigslist, I hopped on Indeed, and different places, and I started searching cargo van contracts, cargo van 1099, cargo van independent contractors. I started looking up like shit like that, right? And came across a couple opportunities, and I saw one that was a delivery company here in Arizona that had a seasonal contract with FedEx, right? So I was like, that sounds cool, man. Let's reach out. So I reach out to them, and I talk with the owner there, and she was really cool. She's like, yeah, we can get you started. This was in like June, I want to say, right? And she's like, normally I don't get this contract until closer to the holidays, but they're needing additional help. So I started it about a month ago, yada yada yada. I was like, cool, that sounds great. And so I got started, I think like the next day or the day after that or something like that. I sent over the stuff, and she's like, all right, cool, you'll go down to the FedEx warehouse or whatever, and when you get there, she prepared me. She's like, it might be a little bit of a clusterfuck, essentially. I don't think she used those words, but basically they didn't really have their shit right, when it comes to like processes and stuff. And I experienced that the whole time. But yeah, man, so I get this contract. I'm like, cool, this is gonna be dope. Now, the wild thing is, man, like, I got super blessed with this one, because from what I've heard from other people that have worked in these type of positions, what she was paying was above and beyond what a lot of other people pay. So she paid us by package, right? So every package you delivered, and it technically wasn't even like as long as it was attempted, right? It didn't have to be a full delivery, because obviously sometimes somebody is not there, requires a signature, something like that, right? She paid $6 per package, right? So I'm like, cool, that's dope, right? So I get started, and as it's kind of going, I was doing 30-40 packages in the first couple days. Then they ramped me up. Then I started doing probably like 40 to 60 to 70 packages a day. I was like, this is cool, man. I was only working 4 days a week, so it was like Tuesday through Friday. Mondays they didn't need us in there. And yeah, man, so essentially, like, the day-to-day kind of how it worked with them is I'd go into the warehouse. There'd be me and like 5 or 6 other people that the company had contracted, and not everybody had cargo vans, right? there was like me and like a couple other people in that cargo van. Some people were driving their cars, some people were driving their SUVs and whatnot. And so yeah, man, we'd get there, they'd start like going through the packages. Essentially, we were hired on overflow, right? So all of the regular trucks that are taking out packages and regular vans with actual employees, right? Those guys take a lot in their trucks. And at times there's an overflow and they can't take those, so they get put off to the side, right? Well, we would get there at like 11 a.m. Honestly, I'd be there a little early. We're supposed to be there at like 11. I'd get there at like 10, to be honest. 10:15, because I started noticing if I get there early, I can get the better routes and I can get more packages, right? So I always try to be there an hour early. And with that, as I showed, I was good at this, right? And they could, rely on me. And I wasn't bringing a lot of packages back at the end of the day. I started getting on average between like 80 to about 105, 110 packages a day, right? And at $6 a package, you know what I mean? That's like $400, $500, $600 days, So that was like my first time being like, oh snap, like I can make some money with this. This van is like this was a great idea, regardless if I convert it right now or not. Like, this is dope. So yeah, man, I kept doing that. Now the FedEx stuff is definitely some work, man. My body felt it, right? Dropping 100, and I mean, my biggest day was like 150, 160 packages. I made like $1,100 that day. It was crazy. But again, think about this, right? You got all these packages in the back of your van, and you got to go stop at all these different stops and deliver each little package, right? So like, in and out and in and out. I'd be like 1 to 2 minutes to my stops, because FedEx, they would give you like a zip code or maybe 2 zip codes, and it's dense, right? FedEx is huge, so you'd be going through neighborhoods or going to businesses, but you'd only have a minute to 2 minutes in between your drives. You're hopping out, you're getting a package in the back, in and out. And dude, my body was hurting, some nights. And some nights I'd be out late, dude, trying to find an apartment complex in the middle of the night when it's dark out and finding that number, man. So, it was a cool opportunity, but it was very physically demanding and, in a different way than kind of what I'm doing now. Sometimes I lift heavier things now and whatnot, but it's not that like constant every minute, every 2 minutes, in and out, up and down, left and right, like, you know what I'm saying? So that was like a big thing that I experienced while doing that. And that contract was cool, man. At the end of the day, it gave me an ability to bring in some good money. I was only working 4 days a week, but it was seasonal, right? So come December, we were hyped up kind of the whole year, like, hey, December's gonna be big. December's gonna be the biggest month. Da 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 da. December came and I don't know what happened. I think FedEx had hired like more staff, like through like a staffing agency and stuff like that. They're renting some more vehicles. So next thing I know, like, we didn't have as much overflow as we had kind of been hyped up on. And there were days where they were like, hey, there's no work, don't come in. And that's when I was like starting to be like, damn, I need to find something else. So I wrote it out throughout most of December, until kind of like the end of December, like the last week and a half or so. And like I said, it was dying. So I, decided at that point it was going to make sense to find something else, right? So, I ended up getting another contract with another company called GLS. Same type of thing with FedEx packages. So the FedEx one was cool. The GLS one, honestly, I really liked that one. They didn't pay me per package. I got on like a contracted rate of like what was it, like $350 a day or something like that, 5 days a week. And I wasn't doing 80 to 100 packages a day. They were doing like 25 to 40 packages a day, if that. So that was a lot more relaxing. I wasn't as physically exhausted. But then I realized with them, same thing, except for it only lasted like 3 weeks, dude. And that third week, like, there was no work, I'm like, damn. And that was when I decided, like, okay, the contract stuff's cool, but I'm putting all my eggs in one basket, and I'm kind of limiting myself. And you know, I don't know if it's gonna last, right? So I needed to create something that I could depend on and would have more stability, and I was more in control of, right? And that's where I am today now, right? Like, that's why I made the transition from working those package delivery, you know, 1099 contract type stuff, to now utilizing these apps, working on my own time, my own schedule, and then also building my own book of business through different websites and just personal networking and connecting with people. And now I'm more in control of my day to day. And I can work when I want. I can, you know, accept the jobs that I want to accept, and it's blessed, man. So, you know, it's been a cool journey. Would I do another contract? Maybe, if it made sense, but at this point, like, I don't know if it would make sense. You know, when I can make $400, $500, $600 a day, without having to be here at this time and you're da da da. Like, I like being my own boss, man. I like not having to be somewhere every day at a certain time and kind of just be a cog in their wheel, you know, a cog in their machine. So yeah, man. At the end of the day, though, it was a great way to get into the business, a great way to start generating some money, a great way to realize, like, yo, I can make money with my cargo van. So yeah, man, hope y'all find some value in that. Hope y'all, you know, I know some people are looking for that type of work. So, you know, at the end of the day, like I said, if that's you, hop online, start searching on, you know, Craigslist and Indeed and these different companies. And like I said, man, just search the keywords, man. Cargo van delivery, you know, delivery, driver, cargo van, independent contractor, cargo van, right? Those type of things in your area, and you'll start seeing the contracts available, right? You know, there's a lot of medical type contracts and stuff, and, you know, for example, those aren't really something that I'm into. A lot of those require vaccinations and, you know, COVID testing, and I'm just not about that, man. So I've stayed clear from those, and but some of you may. So check it out, man. Anywho, much love, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Be dropping some more videos, adding some more value to y'all. Yeah, let's get it, y'all. Peace.